welcome back to the Team Empire podcast. You're here with your host, Shannon. Episode 48. Got one of the new pros on the pod today, and I'm really excited about this one. It's Nader, everyone.
Hello. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks. It's good to see you. We were just talking about how it's been 7 freaking weeks, how it's gone super fast and super slow at the
quick.
same time. Yeah.
Didn't even feel like it. I feel like the show was like a couple of weeks ago.
What have you been doing since then? Like, have you been just like excited, chilling? Because obviously you got your pro card. Tell us about how your journey's been the last 7 weeks.
Honestly, pretty much the same as like before the show. I would say it's most definitely pretty good to like get back to normal. Like good routine. It's so good to be able to like work on like with loads of energy and a bit of a less restriction, get food, socialize with my people and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Just pretty much the same old stuff from before the show, just less restriction.
I know that's the best bit, right? Like having a bit more flexibility in your life is like the best.
Yeah, exactly.
But what about being a pro now? Like, was that like, did you ride the wave of like a high, or was it like just like the day was awesome and the next day you're back to work? Like, how do you feel becoming a pro?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I was over the moon at that time. Like I was just living it, but at the same time, it didn't really change anything. It's just pretty much the same for me. Like I don't like personally, I don't think it defines me in any way. Because I pretty much do the same stuff, like my food, my training, my work. So yeah, it's pretty cool to be a pro from the very first year as well. And I was pretty stoked that I had decent lineup and at nationals. So yeah, it was pretty cool. But also at the same time, it didn't really change anything.
Yeah, nice. I like it. Very humble you are. What was your competing journey like? So you just said like you've just recently started, like when did it begin for you? How did you get into competing?
Well, I've been wanting to compete for like what for the past 4 years. I used to compete in powerlifting for 3 years when I was back home in Egypt. And then I had like a big crash, motorbike accident, and I messed up my leg pretty bad. So I couldn't like compete back then. And I'm pretty competitive, so like I always wanted to compete in bodybuilding. And I got on prep a few times last year, a couple of years ago, last year as well. But a few things happened and with family and stuff, so I couldn't really make it. Because obviously we all got like different priorities. So last year I've decided like I went with Ben to nationals. Sorry, now I was his first Auckland show, so I went to support him, and I saw the show and I was like, man, I really want to get on that stage. I'm gonna make it happen next year, regardless. Like no matter what happens, I'm gonna make it. So I've decided that, and I went on a little trip back home for like 5 weeks, and when I came back at the same day, plane landed, went to the supermarket, grabbed all my stuff, and went straight to the kitchen and got on prep. So that's pretty much how I've been always wanted to compete.
Nice, I love that. So was it last year was your first year?
What's that?
Was it last year your first year, or this year was your first year?
This year was my very first year, very first season. I only done a couple of shows.
You done a couple shows, yeah.
Very
so
first season.
The South Island show was your regional?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. And did you enjoy that? Your first time on stage, was it cool?
Oh, it was lovely. It was the best day, honestly. I was loving it. Like even backstage, everyone was nervous. I was like, nah, I love it.
Yeah.
I was like just super pumped.
Yeah, nice. And like the motorbike crash, did it really ruin you in terms of training for a wee while, or and are you okay now?
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty bad. I had because I broke my femur, like, and I've got like big rod in my leg, two screws. I've got like 120 stitches in my leg, which is actually why was the main reason that was holding me back, because I was just doubting myself because of it, because my left leg is not the same as the right in terms of like size wise. It doesn't look the same. It's a little shorter than the other one. So like when I train it, I really struggle with my leg just to like get full contraction, and it's just not the same. So yeah, I was kind of like living in doubt because of it. But like I said last year, I was just like, we're doing it.
Yeah, it's happening anyway, no matter what. Nice. Do you reckon your powerlifting helps with bodybuilding? Does that like translate a little bit?
100%. Yeah, strength wise, I would say strength wise, because I was doing really well when I used to compete in powerlifting at a young age as well. So I was pretty stoked. and it was pretty competitive as well. Everyone back home was just insanely strong, so
Yeah.
it was kind of cool. Did it for like 2 years and a half, and then had the crash, and then couldn't compete anymore. And I sat for like a year and a half.
Wow.
Didn't train, didn't do anything.
That's crazy. It's a long time for someone that like loves training, you know. What
Oh,
did you
I fully recovered in like I would say in 6 months.
oh, yeah, yeah.
I was able to like put my feet back on the ground and just be able to walk again after like 6 months. But I got back to training as well, but I didn't train legs at all
Yeah,
for
gotcha.
like 3 years
Yeah, yeah.
after that. So yeah.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Because you hear about the powerlifting thing all the time, like obviously gaining strength and like having
Mm,
proper lifting technique form
yeah,
and that is really important.
100%.
What were your lifts that you love doing?
Um, I love all of it. I love squatting. I love bench press. I was always struggling with my deadlifts just because I couldn't get the right form. Like I always struggled with it because I used to do sumo lift.
Yeah.
Um, just because I just couldn't do conventional. I was way more stronger in sumo, which is people call it cheating. Cheat is fine. That's all right. But yeah, I love squatting and bench press mainly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Did you said you're from Egypt? When did you move here?
Um, I was kind of on and off. So I came here the first time when I was 13. Didn't like it because I was like pretty young with my family back home. So came here and stayed for like 3 weeks and went back home. Then came the second time when I was 17. Same thing. I was like at my peak, teenage, and so um went back after 6 months and then fully decided, did like 1 year of uni and fully decided to like come and live here and came like 5.5 years ago or 6 years ago
Oh yeah,
and
no.
been here ever since.
And you like it now?
Oh, I love it. It's
Nice.
like my second home now. I
Yeah.
love this country, yeah.
Oh, and where do you live? Where do you live in the South Island?
Christchurch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. What brought you here? Were you just like, oh, New Zealand looks fun or like something like that?
My dad actually lives here. So
Cool.
he came also, he's from Egypt as well. He came when I was 3 or 2
Oh yeah.
and then stayed here. He's been here for like 22 years, so he brought me here
Oh
when
yeah,
I
no.
was at uni.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. We're happy to have you.
Thank,
We're so
thank
happy.
you.
You're a good asset to the country.
Oh, thank you.
Let's talk about your two divisions because you got two divisions and you are
Mhm.
fucking awesome at both of them. Like I loved this year; it was so cool. Frank showed me like you and was like, "I'm this guy's competing this year," and I was like, "Holy fucking crap! Like this is insane." So I was just so stoked to see what you did at South Island, and it was cool to watch you at nationals. And yeah, it was just good to see your journey. But Men's Physique and Classic Physique were your two divisions. Is your heart somewhere? Like, tell me about why you competed in two.
Well, I was mainly obviously in pre. I was like the main focus was just classic. Like my heart and passion always goes for classic. And then obviously because it's the first year, Frank suggested to like see where we fit, see where we look. Like obviously like standing next to all the athletes and just try to be at like in both divisions and see where we stand. And it was funny because it was literally like a last minute decision.
Oh,
Like he brought it up like what, few days before the show, and I went like literally a couple of days before the show, grabbed some boardies, never practiced any posing and men's physique at all, like not even a single session. Kind of I feel like it was just kind of natural because I watch it. Obviously, it's just bodybuilding. It's what we watch and do all the time. Um, so yeah, it was like a last minute decision. I was like, sweet, might as well. Whatever you say, I'll do it. And then I put because I never really like in my imagination, I never really saw myself in men's physique. I feel like I wouldn't fit like symmetrically wise. And I put the shorts on. I was like, oh, we don't look bad, And did the first show, and I was like, sweet, we've got this.
yeah.
And then yeah, decided obviously to do the same in nationals. And Mo was saying the same as well. He was saying you should do both. And then later on just stick to one. And I was like, sweet.
Yeah,
So I'm
nice.
actually stoked that we did both.
Yeah, definitely. Now with how it turned out as well, because if anyone,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
fuck, it was fun to watch, man. It was so good.
Exactly.
I'm so happy I
Thank
didn't compete
you.
so I can watch you.
Mm,
But if anyone that didn't watch, or if you want to go and see, there is a live stream for the nationals on YouTube. But
mm.
Nader did Men's Physique and Classic Physique, went right up into overalls on both of them, just missed out on the Classic Physique Pro to Ben, but then he got the Men's Physique Pro. So you actually got your pro card in Men's Physique, and this happens a lot. I was just I did another podcast today as well with Jasmine, and she won her pro card in figure, but she's a wellness girl. So this happens all the time. It happened with Georgia, who won her women's physique pro card. So but you're going to continue with Classic, and is that you see that's where your heart is, so are you going to like go all in on that division now? How do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, we'll stick to Classic.
Yeah. And how did you find the posing for Men's Physique when you finally got up there to give it a go? Was it kind of all good? Do you just kind of like hit the random poses that you're supposed to and it works clearly?
I feel like it was all right, but I had like little tweaks. I would say in the South Island it wasn't I wasn't really satisfied with my posing in Men's Physique at the South Island, but thankfully some of the boys backstage at Nationals, they were like giving me a little tips and tricks and just a little tweaks, and it actually did help. So I was more confident in the South and at Nationals.
Nice.
And I did practice more as well for Men's Physique poses.
Yeah, it looked good. Like you made it work. You looked like you were supposed to be up there with the boys. So that was
Thank you.
Classic is I love Classic. It's my favorite men's division because not of CBUM, that's everyone else's reason. But my reason is because I love the posing and I love the routines and just the physique. It's the most like appealing to me. But like, what do you feel about like the posing for Classic? So you have to do your own routine, and you have to do your own comparisons and all of that. Like, everything has to be done. It's like a little bit more attention to detail. Do you get lessons for your posing? How often do you practice? Tell me about your posing like routine that you
I was pretty much well, I was kind of lacking on posing, I'm not gonna lie, because I left it till last minute for like till the last month. I was always like, I'll be all right, like because I always do posing anyway. So I was just like, but I never came up with something like a full routine. So I was like, oh, I'll be all right. So I left it till the last month when I'm like depleted, no carbs, and just cramps, and it was just it wasn't ideal. So I was practicing. I was doing like 2-3 times a week. I'll do like the mandatory poses, but I wouldn't actually like do the routine, and I kept leaving it, which is not great, but I'm just being honest. And then I also came up with a routine for Classic 4 days before the show, and I had to like do it all over again. I picked up the song, I picked up like the poses, the routine, everything in like 4 days, exactly 4 days before the show. Before the South Island. But also I'm pretty confident in Classic, like like I didn't feel like Men's Physique. It felt kind of natural. And I came up with like something simple, get to show like most of the muscle groups. But yeah, I would do like 2-3 sessions a week. I would go like hire a little studio just to myself and just in front of the mirror and just put music on, put the trunks on, and keep practicing.
Yeah, nice. That's good. Do you reckon, like, as a tip for anyone else, do you reckon to start earlier? Do you think it's like, because a lot of guys
100%. I would say start even in the off season.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like posing should be like all year round. It doesn't like not just for prep. Like if someone planning to compete, it has to be like throughout the year, just the whole entire time, not just leaving it till last minute. That's one thing. That was a big learning curve for me because I was also just too much like I was just like, we'll be all right, but I wasn't.
Everyone does that, hey, all of them, and I feel like guys do it a little bit more than the women do. Like the women generally have big heels on or whatever, but if you're out there, what's that?
It's pretty simple, but at the same time, if you want to like set the standards, or if you want to like do a decent posing routine where you get to like show all your muscle groups off season, just throughout the year in general.
Yeah, if you want to win, you got to look like a winner, right? So you got
100%.
Make yourself
100%, because it's not just the physique. Like obviously, it has to be like your presence, your energy on stage, big ass smile, posing. It has to be from just cover everything.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, it's not just getting on stage, hit a few poses, and that's it.
Bail, and then take your gold home.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're listening, go and get your shoes on or go out and do your shit now. Like after you've listened to the pod, make it this your reminder. I'm going to do it too, just to make myself accountable. What made you choose Frank as your coach? So you're under the Worthy of Victory umbrella with Frank Carroll. Why did you choose Frank as your coach? And is he your first coach you've ever had?
Actually, yeah, so I've been like training for 10 years. I've never had a coach. I had only a coach last year, which was my friend from back home. It was just random. I was like, oh, just, take me for an off season. And I'm really picky as well because I can't train myself when it comes to like nutrition. I used to be a personal trainer as well. So I can't train myself. I know what works for my body. And I'm really picky when it comes to coaches, because I don't look just for someone that just get the job done, do this, do that. I don't really look for that. I look for someone that actually like genuinely care and looks after their athletes, and just someone that genuinely cares. Um, so I think early on last year, I can't remember exactly who followed who first. But I would like how we got in touch. I would post stuff on socials just talking about bodybuilding, and he would reply, and then we start like talking back and forth. And normally I always follow my gut feeling, just on life in general. And I did have a good gut feeling about him in general. I was like, oh, I feel like, he could be my coach, and I'll be pretty happy with that. And then I left it because I had a trip back home, went back home, and when I was actually back home, I hit him up and I was like, hey man, I'm planning to compete. I want to do this and that. I told him my goals. I told him what I want to do, and we started ever since. We kicked it off right away.
Nice. I love that. And you've enjoyed him being your coach?
100%. That first break was so smooth, so smooth. It was just, whatever I do exactly whatever he says. Communicate everything. Um, yeah, it was just so easy,
Yeah.
so easy.
Yeah. You guys got a little bromance now, right? You guys are kind of friends now?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, we've been friends even before that.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
it. So
so
cool.
cool.
Yeah, no, I love it. You
Mm,
guys, this is a camaraderie between the boys and the team. It's really cool to watch, you know.
mm, mm.
What do you love most about competing, and what do you dislike most about competing? Like, what's your favorite bit, and what's your worst bit?
What I love about competing, I would say just the whole process. I love it. I love the struggle. I love like, just being drained, and I love the suffer. I love the mental battle pretty much on the daily, low energy. Um, until obviously you get on stage, you do all that work just for those few minutes on stage. I just love the whole thing, just the whole process of it. What I dislike, I don't think I dislike anything about competing. I would say maybe one thing, but that's also like it's not really a big thing for me. But I would say some athletes could get a little negative
Hmm.
sometimes, which is I don't really like to see. Um, just because everyone pretty much doing the same exact thing. Like we're all working hard, we're all doing the same thing. We're all like we've got the same goals. Everyone got their own story. So might as well just support each other and just enjoy it.
Yeah,
I
for
would say that's the only thing. But aside from that, I don't really. There's nothing I dislike about competing or bodybuilding in general.
Yeah, nice. It's interesting to hear because I hear about that with the girls a lot because girls are just girls. We all get
Hmm.
talk a bit of shit or whatever, you know. But it's
Yeah.
interesting about the guys because I only see the guys like really getting along and stuff like that. But there's got to be other stuff in there, like just the competition.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
testosterone.
Yeah, yeah. But I feel like also it's in like any sports in general. It's just a competitive nature.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
it just depends on how you take it.
Yeah, and you
You
don't have to
know.
be a part of it if you don't want to, right? You just do your thing.
Exactly. I'm not part of it. Like I'm in my own lane, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I love.
I don't need any validation or any attention from anyone. I just only validation I need is just pretty much from my coach
Mhm.
and my people.
Yeah,
That's all I care about.
I love it. That's so true. Do you think you
Mm.
compete like for the prep part or for the show part or a bit of both?
Bit of both.
Yeah,
I
nice.
like my view on it that it's very cool to me that I get to display all the hard work and everything that I've been working on behind the scenes, because obviously I didn't also tell anyone that I'm competing, just kept it low key the whole time. I just told a few of my mates and just my family and people back home and Frank, obviously. Aside from that, I didn't really tell anyone.
Yeah,
So yeah, I would say that.
yeah. Gotta love the grind, hey, because otherwise it just
Just a bit of both.
yeah, nice.
Yeah,
I think that's
because
cool.
stage, you also gotta enjoy it. Like it's really hard, and it's you put everything into it, but at the same time, you really gotta enjoy it and stay present while you're doing it. Because you're only gonna be on stage for like what, few minutes.
Yeah.
You know, like backstage, people would be stressing. Oh, there's, we'll get on stage for like in like 3 4 hours, but literally the whole day just goes like this. Like just pretty quick. And you
Yeah.
get on stage for a few minutes, and that's it. The whole show is done. It's over, and you're
Mhm.
like, what the fuck? So also, yeah, you really gotta enjoy it and stay present while you're doing it, and you
Yeah.
can't be a dickhead as well to other people,
No, you can't.
because
You gotta be good.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
You look so natural on stage. Like you smile, you're like, yeah, you're like pumping up the crowd. Like you're just like, you look like you're supposed to be up there. Like, have you done stage stuff before? Have you performed or something? Like, how are you so natural?
Nah.
It's not.
No, honestly, it was funny because I was seeing everyone like I was seeing at the South Island, I was seeing like everyone stressing backstage, biting their nails and this and that, and I'm just like hyping everyone up, and I was just like, no, we'll be all right, let's do it, everyone will be sweet, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as soon as you get on that stage, I don't really see anyone. Just do my thing, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I love that. Just got to, and you do have to enjoy it really, because otherwise you'll just scare yourself out of the day and
Yeah.
yeah. And your photos will look shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you do for work, and how do you balance like your work and competing? Like, is it pretty tricky to do?
Yeah, it's pretty tricky because I work in a steel company, so pretty much what I do is lift steel all day, every day, and it's quite physical.
Oh my God.
Yeah, not really ideal, but thankfully for me, like my work is quite supportive to what I do.
Nice.
And like before the South Island, I went on part time. Like I had an agreement with them to like do part time just because prep locales, this and that. And I had to make sure, obviously, that I would be in a position that I would be able to do that. So I went on part time for like 7 8 weeks. And then after that, I just went full time before nationals.
Yeah, nice. Cool. And
Mm.
do you work long hours? How do you find a balance of energy between, do you just have to eat more? How do you do it?
It's very tiring. I still
Yeah.
get it done, but it's a bit tricky. Like I'm not planning to stay there forever.
Yeah.
It's just for the main time. It's not like I'm not complaining or anything. I'm pretty grateful for it, but obviously it's not ideal because I wanna do something related to my lifestyle and bodybuilding. That's like my main goal. So yeah, do long hours, pretty physical, finish work, get back home, rest for like half an hour, shoot straight to the gym, get back, finish my food, and go straight to sleep.
No social life then.
I don't know. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't like I don't have like heaps of social life. Maybe just on the weekends, like go
Yeah.
out with my people, for food and stuff like that. But aside from that, I don't really get social times like social. I don't socialize often just because like it's super tiring.
Yeah, for sure. Are
Yeah,
you introverted too? Do you like kind of like spending time on your own? Is that kind of the
I'm a
way?
bit of both.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
bit of both. I
yeah,
like to go out, but like not too much. But also, I don't like to stay in all the time. I enjoy doing both. I like my own privacy, my own time, and I also like to go out.
yeah. Nice. I love
So
it. You got
yeah,
to
bit of both.
way. So you kind of like
Yeah,
need
bit of
balance.
balance.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So you're a personal trainer, like you've been a personal trainer, and then you're doing
Mm.
the job now, but you want to get back into like health and fitness. What do you reckon you'd ideally like to do? Do you want to do coaching, or like what would
I would
you?
like to do. Yeah, I would like actually to do online coaching, but I kind of wanna like specialize in contest prep, which is something not everyone wanna get into because it is quite stressful.
Yeah,
But I would like to specialize in that.
nice. Yeah, with guys, girls, or everyone? Just like
Everyone,
yeah, cool.
everyone. But
Yeah,
I'm not. I would also have to be honest. I'm not experienced in like training girls, so obviously I have to study, which is I will study in February next year.
nice.
And then like just experience, try things on my own, try to train like people. I would train my partner, and just like not try, but like
What you said.
guide her through like yeah, pretty much just try things,
Yeah, yeah,
and
absolutely.
see how we go.
Yeah, because there's a lot of coaches in this country, and a lot of people like to do comp prep, but I always
Mm.
think that if you're good at it, you'll always get somewhere at it. Like if you put
100%,
everything in, it's
100%.
sweet.
Mm.
Yeah, It'll be cool to see what you do next. I'm excited with that, but no rush. You know, you've got
Yeah,
your
yeah,
own.
we're thinking, yeah, it's not like, oh, I got my pro card, I'll be a coach. You know, I'm not like that.
So many people do that though, way they like
Yeah,
straight
I
into
know.
Instagram and then straight into online coaching, and it's like, wait a
No
minute.
experience, nothing, you know, we just
Yeah,
competed, we got on prep, we can coach people now.
yeah, it's
And
not.
you know, that's I don't like that. I don't really like that.
You can see it from a mile away if you know though, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
easy.
No, we're watching you.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about your pro card. So you got your pro card. What's next? Like, what do you have? Do you have a plan, or do you think maybe I'd like to compete next year in a pro show or the year after? Is there anything in your mind that you're going with?
Well, obviously, me and Frank got some good big plans coming, but like for next year, we'll take next year off, just massive off season, put on some quality muscle, just muscle mass, and work on my socials. This just the goals for next year. Work on my socials, off season. Um, you know, want to build a stable, want to be in a stable financial position as well. So, because like what bodybuilding is like. So like, and I'm planning to move. I'm not planning to stay here for a while. So I'll probably move end of next year or 2020 early 2025. Um, so yeah, we'll see how we go. But for the meantime, we're just cruising.
Yeah,
We'll
nice.
see. Yeah, we'll see how we go after that. But yeah, after that, then we'll obviously I do want to compete overseas. You know, do like few pro shows until we get to that Olympia one day.
Here
Yeah.
it is. Where do you want to move to? Where are you going to go?
It'll be Dubai. Yeah,
Oh,
just because my partner is there as well, so
oh,
it'll be
yeah,
pretty cool. Yeah,
that's cool. But you'll still be representing New Zealand.
100%, 100%. Yeah,
Gotcha.
always,
Yeah.
always.
If you had like a show that you could pick, like a pro show, and you're like all ready to go, which what do you have like a favorite show, like a US show that you love, or a Dubai show? Like, what do you like?
Um, yeah, Dubai Muscle Pro Show and Arnold Classic. And
Yeah.
obviously Olympia. But like like shows that I would love to compete at.
Yeah.
Dubai Muscle Show and Arnold Classic.
Nice. I
But
love
from what I've heard, like Dubai is pretty sick when it comes to like organization and just the way they do things is insane.
yeah.
It's pretty awesome to see as well. And they live for bodybuilding pretty much. They got like the best facilities in the whole planet. You know, they got all the equipments, pretty much everything. They live for this lifestyle.
I love it.
Mm.
I mean, they had women on the stage. I think it's Dubai, isn't it?
Mm.
They don't have women on the stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, not ideal. Not ideal.
They'll change one day, maybe. Who knows? We'll
Yeah.
see. But it'll be cool to compete over there. They do live and breathe
Mm.
it, don't they? So,
Mm.
what does your training look like? Is there any areas you like have to develop? Because your physique's pretty, from my eyes, pretty flawless. Like, but do you have to build something, or like, what are you doing at the moment in the gym?
I would say just an overall growth.
Okay.
I've had few weak points, little tweaks in the past, but thanks to the man himself, the magician Frank, um, it was my back, my legs. I was stressing. I was giving him some hard time about my legs. Like
Yeah.
my legs are fine, but it's just that left leg that I had the accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was giving him some hard time. So thankfully you brought it up. I just listened, trust the process, which was quite hard. But thankfully I did.
Yeah.
But for the meantime, just I would say just an overall growth. Just put on some serious quality muscle mass. And my training is pretty basic, like nothing too fancy. I like lifting. I like to lift pretty heavy. Not all the time, like lift heavy. But at the same time, like smart in a smart way, and also like it has to be manageable, which like where I can get like, you know, nice form, nice full range of motion, squeeze, contract, all those things. Because in the past, my training was just dumb. I
Yeah.
just lift heavy all the time. I'll get injured. They'll send me back for a while. And I'm not really, you know.
Thing.
Yeah, especially when you want to compete as well.
Yeah.
You don't need any, you can't, we can't afford any setbacks at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
For
you've got
sure.
to be smart
Yeah,
and
that's
do it
it.
the right way.
So what does your split look like? Do you have a split, or do you have like just kind of like you're just doing a bit of a freestyle like each day?
No, I do have a split. So like I do, I'm following Frank's. He obviously does the training for me as well. So my training is like just pretty basic, like push pull leg. I'll try to target every muscle. I train also 5 days a week throughout the whole year. I don't train 6 days, 7 days,
Yeah.
because I like to train pretty, like I like high volume, high intensity training, so like also like in order to do that all the time, your body requires some recovery and rest, so like throughout the whole year I take a couple of days off and train for 5 days. And I do push pull leg. I try to like hit everything, target everything twice a week.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. It's just the same.
Yeah. As everyone's
Mm.
like, what's the secret weapon? It's like, well, it's pretty much just got to get it done.
Food. Nutrition is the secret weapon. That's
Yeah.
it. Honestly, it's just food. And also train hard, but smart. Like,
Yeah.
because a lot of people overdo it. And
Mhm.
overdoing it not gonna get you anywhere. Like
Yeah.
some people, their coaches would be like, oh, do this, and they wouldn't even listen. They would be like, sweet, I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna work harder and I'm gonna do more. And what will that do? It'll just sit you back.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't let the ego take over, eh?
Exactly. Well, you got a coach for a reason, so just listen.
Yeah. What are you doing if you're doing it on your own? Don't be silly.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
what about your cardio? Do you have to do lots of cardio? Do you shred down pretty easy, or are you like on the stairmaster with the rest of us?
I wasn't doing Stairmaster, thankfully. I was in the treadmill. I was in the treadmill, but at the South Island, since like when I was working part time, I was doing a lot of cardio.
Yeah.
So we were doing like an hour. Obviously, we went up like gradually. We started at like, oh no, sorry, that was a mistake. At the South Island, we were doing the highest I've done was 35 minutes,
Oh yeah.
which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I was on low cals, and for what we did for the nationals, we increased the cals a bit, and then list the carbs because I was back at work.
I gotcha.
So like I was still having carbs until like I was still having like 200 grams of carbs, 200 grams of rice, like right until the last week, pretty much. Everyone was like, "Whoa," and I'm just like, "But my work is quite physical, so
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
can't afford to lose any muscle mass or
Yeah.
get too depleted and just yeah."
Yeah, that's what people need
Mhm.
to remember, right? Because everyone's different, and then they'll see someone doing
Mhm.
something, they'll be like, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that" or whatever. But it's like you don't know the
Mhm.
context. Like there's a
Yeah,
whole lot to
you
it, right?
gotta find that sweet spot, and that's why like getting a coach is really important.
Yeah, 100%. And listen to
Mm.
them. God damn it.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, listen to me.
it's key.
Yeah.
Are you gutted that you didn't do most muscles, or are you happy that you saved your pro debut for another time?
Interesting. I was planning to, so like my main goal was to do both. Like I was flying to do both shows, but at the same time there was just way too many factors to it. I don't want to sound like there's an excuses because there's some people that disappointed of me that I didn't do it, which is completely fair because I did say that I was gonna do it, but also I was, like I was on the age to like lose my job. I was just way too much, like financially as well.
Yeah.
Um, and I was just like, because my goal obviously was to get the pro card. Like I knew that I was gonna get it regardless, whether if it's gonna be in the first show or the second show. Obviously, it made it so much better getting it on the first show. And I was still gonna stay because I was gonna stay. Frank was like, "I'll just stay at my place
Mhm.
for that week," which was pretty cool for him to offer me that. So I already had everything. But later on that night, I texted him and I was like, "Hey, man, it just doesn't make sense to be completely honest. Like me personally, yeah, I would love to do it, but everything else says no. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like financially, my work situation was getting really bad as well because like they're pretty supportive and everything, and I kind of took advantage of it to be
Yeah.
completely honest.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just ideal, and obviously I can't just lose my job for a show because
Not
I look after my family and stuff back home, so I can't. Family comes first regardless.
for sure. Yeah.
So
And then
that was just my main point.
yeah, yeah, that's what people
Mhm.
need to remember. It costs so much money to compete. People are just
It does.
like it does, like retro and
Yeah,
everything. This was a pro show, and
yeah,
you're a pro now, so you actually
yeah.
have to pay for your pro card first, that people don't even realize, and then
Mm.
compete in a pro show, pay for your pro
Mhm.
registration. There's so much to it. So when people are like, "Why
Mhm.
don't you just do that show?" Like there's a lot more into that. So I thought I just
Mhm.
wanted to touch on it because a lot of people wanted to see you at Moe's. but you don't live here, you're in Christchurch, like there's so many things. So and I kind of like it, you're saving your debut as well. Like you're not going to come in a week later, you're going to come in like a year later at least. So it's going to be
at least I'll make sure when I come back it'll be a whole different package as well. You know.
Yeah, because
but it was going to be also pretty cool to like stand right next to like, you know, international athletes from the very first season on my very second show. You know, it was going to be cool as well. But at the same time, it doesn't really faze me, or, you know, like I'm not really sad or anything about it. I'm just like, sweet, it'll be all right. We'll compete in the future anyway. I'd prefer doing that rather than like actually doing it and setting me back for a long time after that, financially, and just, you know, just the whole thing.
Yeah, it's just not meant to be sometimes. There's always another show too. Like there's always another show. What's it like competing against your teammates? Because we're going to talk about it a little bit. Everyone knows I'm a big fan of Casey as well.
I love Casey. He's the man.
He's the man. And you guys are like bros, and everyone knows this. But like it must be hard to battle against each other and like win, and then he went like, and then you take the pro card, and like it's just so intense. Like, but are you guys like good? Is it a cool camaraderie between you guys, or what is it like?
Oh, it's pretty sweet. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool. We talked right after it. It was really cool because I'm friends with like everyone that was on stage pretty much. Like we always talk on socials back and forth. So I already knew who I was gonna compete with. And Casey, I actually met him at the registration.
Oh wow.
And we start chatting and we start talking all like the whole time. On stage, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would agree with me as well on that. Like you kind of just everyone going there to get the job done. Everyone got their own goal. You know, yeah, we chat and we're friendly, supportive, push each other. But at the same time, when you get on stage, it's only you.
Yeah. 100%.
You know, and when I got on stage, I like in my head, I'm the only one on stage.
Yeah.
Like in my head, I'm just like I'm gonna own the stage. I don't really see anyone. I'm just looking straight at the judges and just doing my thing. And I feel like everyone is the same as well.
Yeah.
You know?
You should be, right? It's kind of a mindset to have. What was it like going up against Ben and the guys in the Classic Physique? Did you think you had it there, or like how did that go? That was hard to watch and really intense.
No, see, I'm a bit realistic. I love to be realistic. I don't like to obviously you know, Ben is my boy. And I told him before, like I'm rooting for him all the way because, you know, last year he was pretty close and everyone was kind of gutted, so I really wanted him to win. But at the same time, obviously I did want to win, and we will have, like, we joke around it now, like we joke around, you know, that I'm just like I'm gonna get you back and stuff like that, and we will run it back. We have to because we're both like very competitive. But honestly, I was rooting for him because he looked pretty good. He worked hard, you know, and I'm a bit realistic. So like I was like, I still need more time. I'm a bit behind, you know. I need few spots to like work at, and then not in terms of size because obviously it's Classic. It's not like who's the biggest, it's symmetry. There's too many factors to it. So I had been. Even though some people were saying, "Oh, you look better in this and that," and I was just like, "Yeah, but it's an overall physique. You know, it's not just a certain muscle group. It has to be like from head to toe. You get judged pretty much from head to toe." So you know, I had been, and I was pretty happy for him as well because we've been talking about this, us competing together for a long time, ever since we've met. He got on prep, didn't make the prep. COVID came. I got on prep, couldn't make it. My family got sick, and I couldn't really compete. So we've been into it for a long time, and the fact that we get to like share the stage on the same day and both of us gets pro on the same day, you know, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's so cool.
But I didn't really like it. Didn't put anything on me because I was just like, I was flying up there and knowing that I'm gonna get back with the pro card and 3 gold medals. That was just my mindset. I'm not like trying to be cocky or anything, but that's
like, it's not cocky. It's just like the sense of like I'm here to do a job, and why would I do it?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like everyone is the same as well.
Yeah, 100%. Everyone's the same. I'm like the most cocky I've ever been on show day, and it's just the way it is. I've got no reason to be. I noticed that like it was a lot of like Team Abelardo and Worthy of Victory on the stage for you boys. Like it was, especially Classic. I think there was one of Jordan's guys in there or something as well. But in Men's Physique, it was 2 Abelardos, 2 Worthy. It was just real cool to see 2 coaches go to the head as well. But All the Abelardo boys like pretty cool? Are they fun to like chat with backstage and stuff like that? Is it?
Oh,
Is it
100%.
yeah.
100%. Everyone was cool. I love Akira, Beanie
Yeah.
Boy, you know, all of them. Everyone was super cool.
Yeah.
It was kind of different in nationals though, because at the South Islands, I was kind of like walking around, just super pumped, too much adrenaline, couldn't sit down. Everyone's sitting down, got their feet up, and I'm just like, nah, I just couldn't sit down. And I was just like, wait, for the next one, I'm just gonna chill, get as much rest as I can, you know, because it was a long day as well. Um, so you know, I was chatting to the boys, and then I was like, sweet, this is it, this is your time. So I literally just sat down, put my headphones on, just looked at the just looked at the wall, and I was just like, we were doing this.
Did they make a
Yeah.
difference with your mindset from being like active in the backstage to being chill in the backstage? Was it different? Was it
What's
better?
that?
Like being like, you know how you said at South Islands you were like walking around backstage,
Yeah.
and then at Nationals you were a bit more chill. Did you find that was more beneficial for you to be more chill and just
100% more energy as well.
oh
Because
yeah,
it was draining. It
yeah,
was pretty draining at the South Island. Just so many people, and I had all my friends. Everyone was there, so it was pretty cool. But I was just like, it was a good learning curve for me as well. For me as well, I was just like, next time I'm just gonna sit down, dressed up, and feet up, and just chill
yeah,
until we get on stage.
yeah. It's got to be done, hey.
Mm.
All right, let's ask you the big question: Are you natty or not later?
Ooh, yeah, of course not.
I
Of
just got
course
to throw
not.
it in there.
Well, it's not. Of course not. But no, I'm not natural.
That's what the sport is. We were talking about this earlier. It's just like
Mm.
for men, it's a bit trickier, and especially for getting size that you need now, because it's only getting bigger, right? Like it's crazy. But what I want to know with you and on bed, does it help you with your recovery, and does it help your leg at all? Like, do you feel like you recover faster and stuff like that?
Yeah,
You,
100%,
yeah,
100%.
that's a big
But
thing.
also, I'm not like, I don't want to sound like I'm influencing other people to get on it,
Yeah.
because you can't actually you can't achieve. I stayed natural for 8 years. I stayed natural my whole entire life,
Yeah.
and I saw people getting on it and then going downhill. I would say if you don't have the discipline, and if you're not willing to, like, if you're not going to compete, don't do it. This is
Yeah.
just my opinion on it. And obviously, I do want to compete, and not just compete. I want to compete on high level internationally as well. So when I decided, that's the only way, But aside from that, you can achieve a very good. You can get on a big high level being natural. Well, there's heaps of natural athletes, and they look great, and they compete with unnatural people, and they still like stand up pretty well
Yeah.
next to them. But for me, yeah, like I said, I do want to compete on a higher level. And in order to that, we'll have to get on PEDs.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that's
Yeah,
the Olympia stage, right? Like you
yeah,
can't get on there,
exactly.
woman included. It's just what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm pretty open about it as well.
Yeah, that's cool. You should. I think it's a good thing to be open. Like you don't have to be. No one has to go and shout it from the rooftops. But
Yeah.
it's nice to mention it, and just to talk about how much you can achieve natural too. Like everyone should hit their natural
100%.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and to see what you can do, and that's what you did as well. So I think it's
Exactly.
cool.
It was pretty hard staying natural the whole time.
Yeah,
I'll say that, but
yeah.
it's the only way.
That's how it works. Yeah, for
Mm.
sure. Who's your biggest inspiration for bodybuilding? Like, do you have like your big guys? Like, obviously, C-Bum, is he up there? Like, who else do you really like look up to?
I'd say someone that I was looking up to at a very young age until this day. I would say Phil Heath.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I just like his mindset. I like how he views things. He was pretty hated as well. Not a lot of people liked him for his mindset, which is I just love his mindset. He just doesn't care about anyone, and he get it done every single time. He's hated, but he's still getting it done. He's still winning. I mean, 7x Mr. Olympia, 7 times. So yeah, can't
yeah.
get any better than that.
Can't deny that shit.
But yeah, I would say Phil Heath.
Yeah, nice, cool. And do you love C-Bum, or are you just like, oh, C-Bum, everyone loves him?
Tricky. Exactly that. Obviously, I'm still a fan of C-Bum all the way. And he is my favorite Classic Physique athlete. I also do like Oris or Eurus, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
The guy that plays third.
yeah.
I think like give this guy like a few years and he'll take over, because everyone's saying about Ramon. Yeah, he's pretty good as well, and he is getting close to C-Bum. But Also, Oris he's just got the structure. He's got like a very nice symmetry, good proportions. So I think he's got it to just like give him a few years and he'll be at the top.
100%. It's be good to see someone knock C-Bum off just to do it, because it's 5 times. Okay, we're bored now.
Yeah.
But
I never bought a P-Bob.
he's 6. Like, don't be
Yeah.
selfish. I think he might retire anyway. There's rumors because he's going to be a dad soon. So it's like maybe he'll just retire and then next person.
You never know. I mean, there's rumors every single year that he's not going to do the next one.
Yeah, exactly. His missus is pregnant, so we'll see. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how you go.
Always fun to watch. So let's talk. Oh, we did talk about posing a little bit, about how much you practice. Did you have who's your posing coach? Do you just use Frank, or do you just do it on your own?
Myself.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
How do you pick up the poses? Like, how are you like, that's what I want to do? Or do you just know, like, you guys all have this general poses that you do and then you just put them together? How does it work?
Just in front of the mirror. I try like different poses in front of the mirror and see where I look good at, and just a little tweaks, and I'm like, sweet, I'll do, like, for example, I'll do a front double and I would see like, oh sweet, that I don't look great in that, maybe I need to put my foot, tiny bit forward, and just those little tweaks, and I'll keep doing it. And like I said, I love posing, and I do watch a lot of people posing as well. So I would say just mainly myself.
Yeah, and just picking up inspo from other people, kind of
thing.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah. Which is it's way less stressful for Frank as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, especially if you're passionate about it, and he's not like, come on, like, gotta get that posing. What was your feedback from nationals, if I'm allowed to ask, like, if you want to share? But was there any feedback that they gave you to like move on into your pro career now?
Not really, just it was pretty much the same, just an overall growth. But I would say we had a feedback from the South Island, which is just a condition.
Oh yeah.
Just need a tiny, like, little more condition in my legs, because my legs was soft and watery still. But also in the South Island, I didn't know my weight cap. Well, I did know my weight cap, but I did get to my weight cap. But also when I got to the show, I didn't know that first timer, they don't really take your weight or your height.
Yeah.
So it's just like, so straight after that, I was fasting the whole day, just depleted, flat, people already start carbon up, and I'm like, I called Frank and I was like, what do we do? And then I went to the registration, just literally showed up the first person an hour earlier as well. And he was like, we'll let you in, but don't do it next time. I was like, sweet. And he was like, we're not going to measure anything. First timers don't need to. And I was like, sweet, finished, start carbon up. I was just like, give me some food after that.
Get in there. Because what height, what weight is it? Weight class, for Classic Physique? Which one are you in?
Weight and height. I'm in Division B.
Division B.
Class B.
Yeah. So do you just, if you got a lot more size, would you move into Class C? Is that how it works, or are you pretty happy to keep it capped?
So I think it's by the height. So like, for example, I'm 173 centimeters. So my weight has to be 8 kgs on top of that, like over that. So my weight cap would be 84.8.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought at the first show. I thought that's my weight cap. I got that mistaken as well. That was a big mistake because it made a huge difference. And my actual weight cap was 88. That was my actual weight cap, and I was just way down. But got it done. And so yeah, it's kind of like height and weight, and like when you get pro, obviously it increases as well, which is pretty cool. So my weight cap was 88, and now it's 92, 93, which is sweet.
Oh yeah, that's cool. You can actually move around, like, a little bit more.
Yeah, 100%. Because I showed up in nationals as well. How many? Like, I weighted myself, like, with full clothes on, sweatpants and everything. And I was 84, and my weight cap was 87.8. So I was still way under.
Yeah, that's a lot of cover. It's a lot of cover.
So thankfully we've got like heaps of room to actually like grow.
Yeah,
put some size on.
Yeah, it would be worse to be like almost there, right? And like, fuck, what am I gonna do?
And it'd be better to be safe as well in your first show, especially in your first show as well. Like, come 2 kgs under, I would say, you know, just to be like on the safe spot.
For sure. Yeah, because it's before people get to even Olympia and they're like over or under and they can't compete. Like, fuck, that'd be so hard. I'm so happy we don't have that with bikini. Like,
you can't be like you can't be like 1 week out and you still got weight to lose, you know?
No. Be ready for it, man. And you know the drill on it.
Because it is stressful and it will put a massive impact as well. You know, because if you're still high and you still have to like get some weight down, you know, you'll get more depleted. You might get flat. That's not really ideal.
Nah, not at all. And it's not like fighting where it doesn't matter what you look like. You know, fighters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's completely different. You have to look the same.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very like, wow, it's challenging. What about appearance and like stage presence on the stage for Classic Physique? Obviously, us girls have a lot of stuff we've got to do, but you have tanning and like, do you like get your hair done? Like, what do you do? What do boys do? Do you have to like shave everything top to toe? Like,
yeah, I'm quite hairy, so I have obviously shaved everything. A day before the tan.
Oh yeah. Nice.
And then pretty much the same as girls, but it's way less, obviously. We don't need to put makeup on or anything. Just get my hair done, get a haircut, you know, get a nice fresh haircut, shave my whole body like before, get, you know, some of my friends to like shave my back and stuff. And get the tan on the second day, and then get the final coat, get like the first two and get the final coat on show day.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. This is like basic stuff for the boys, hey?
Yeah, just basic stuff.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. And what about your trunks? Where do you get your trunks from for Classic Physique?
I got one.
Same.
I got one. Yeah, I got one from the UK, and it didn't fit. I got the wrong size, and it was a little expensive. It didn't fit the first time. And then I bought the other one from the NZIFBB page. Just the normal one that everyone wears. Didn't really like it, to be honest, just because it was quite thin, and not the style I like.
Yeah.
And because the length is just it's like until down here pretty much, and I like the short length one. And thankfully for nationals, I dropped because I came way under as well, under my weight cap. Yeah. So it actually fit very well, and I was pretty stoked. Nice. The one that I bought, and it didn't fit me at the start.
Yeah, it's definitely the best out of all the men's outfits on stage.
Yeah, but now like for pros, they get like a way shorter length as well, which is pretty cool. I like those ones. It's pretty much like the bodybuilding trunks.
Yeah, yeah.
But just in black.
Like leather pants. Yeah. I love it. Did you play any sport growing up? Were you like a sporty dude?
Yeah. Yeah, I played football for like 4 years. I did a little bit of boxing. I was playing parkour as well, parkour and free running, and that's actually like my favorite sport of all time.
Hey, wow.
I love doing it. That was so cool, just being able to just being so light and flexible and being able to do flips, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sadly, I can't do anything now. I can do a backflip, but that's it. But yeah, I did that. What's that?
Put it in your routine.
I would love to, but I'd be too scared to fall or anything and break my knees. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Nah, not at all.
But maybe, never know.
I see it one day.
Just for entertaining, yeah. And yeah, I think that's about it really. And then I joined the gym when I was like 14.
Oh wow, yeah. And then that was it.
That was it ever since. I was obviously on and off. Like it wasn't like straight all the time. It was on and off. But yeah, I joined the gym when I was like 14.
Oh yeah, nice. How old are you now?
I'm 25.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh, over 10 years now. He's been training. Getting in there early. Let's play a little game of this or that just to get to know you real quick. Okay, leg extension or hamstring curl?
Interesting. I would say leg extension.
Yeah, nice.
If I have to pick between both, I would pick leg extension.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm the same. Love quads. Shoulders or back day?
Back day.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Sweet or savory for post-show treats?
Sweets all day. A lot of donuts, and just give me a pack of donuts and tub of biscuit spread, and that's it for me.
Yeah. So that's your goat. Biscoff is good, man.
It's dangerous. It's pretty dangerous.
Don't buy it. Don't buy it. It's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, because my friend got me like a 1.6 kg tub and I finished. Yeah.
In a
Sorry,
day.
Frank.
Don't tell Frank. It's fucking it's
Yeah.
still around. Who's your like Jean Dory or Laura Lee from Bikini? If you know.
Yeah, I know both. I'll say Jean.
Oh yeah, nice. Who is your
Yeah.
favorite bikini girl?
Um, to be completely honest, I don't know a whole lot.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I can't just, fake it and make something up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do like Jean though.
Yeah, yeah.
I do like Jean. I like her presence. I like, just her show presence, and she's got an insane physique as well. Insane condition.
Yeah. Okay, one day we'll be there.
We'll be there. We'll get there. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. C-bum or Arnie?
C-bum.
C-bum.
A lot of people might not like
yeah.
hearing that, but I'll say C-bum.
Different
Just
generation.
like in terms of condition.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, different times, eh?
Totally.
Yeah. Coffee or energy drinks?
Energy drinks on prep, coffee.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah.
But like normally energy drinks all day.
Yeah. Which one do you get?
I get the Gold Monster energy. I love it.
Yeah. There's so many monsters now. I don't know which one to fucking get. I'm like
Gold all the time. I tried every single one. Didn't like. I used to like the rose one before the gold came out, but the gold is just can't go wrong with that.
What flavor is it? Well, like what's gold flavor?
I think it's pineapple and some other stuff in it, but I think it's mainly pineapple. But it's just pretty. Yeah.
I try
That's the spot every single time.
Yeah, got to get it done. You got to have this energy from going. Winter prep or a summer prep for like the last bit into show. If you could.
I haven't prepped in summer before, so I don't actually know. But I think I would say I would pick winter prep just because it's not hot. Like when it's hot, also it's it's quite exhausting.
Yeah,
when it's too hot.
Summer, like what?
Yeah, yeah. Like you do when you get like pretty lean as well. When you get to like a certain just a low body fat level, you get pretty cold and all your senses. You just feel everything a bit more. But I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah,
I'd rather do it in winter rather than like doing it in like summer. And yeah.
And I liked in winter how everyone else is just eating shit and getting fatter, and we're at the gym like on
pretty shredded.
Makes you feel like you're one up, like another one.
Exactly.
I like that feeling. So competitive. Would you rather do a pro show in the USA or a pro show in Asia if you had to pick one, like for next year?
USA.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, cool. Yeah. It's where Olympia is, so why not? And well, okay, this is a bit of a morbid one, but I'm really claustrophobic, so I like to get people's idea on this shit. But would you rather spend 48 hours in a submarine or 48 hours in space?
In space, you said?
Yeah, like in a spaceship or in a submarine.
48 hours spaceship because I hate the ocean.
Yeah, me too.
I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do
it. At least in space,
it's
you don't.
Too scary.
Yeah, it's so scary.
It's too scary. At least up there, it's pretty chill, and you would look at the ocean still.
Yeah, you look down on everything.
Yeah.
And there's some story that went around like not long ago.
Yeah, the ocean is quite scary.
Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah.
I love steak.
Do you have a couple a week? Like, do you have a couple of steaks a week, or do you just?
No, I normally stick to chicken because steak is too expensive to to have it every single day. So yeah, I'd rather stick to chicken. But if I like pick between both, I'll go with steak.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we eat way too much chicken. Apple or Android?
Apple.
Hey.
Apple all day.
Have you heard that this is like an ick from like girls? Girls have an ick about Android phones.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why. Because some of the Android phones has like some really decent features as well.
Yeah.
Some of them even better than Apple, to be completely honest. But I don't know. Yeah, I do know it's an ick, but it's like it's nothing though. I feel like people just pick up random shit these days. Make something out of nothing.
Absolutely. It'd be a terrible time to be dating. I'm not interested.
Yeah, I know.
Are you a morning or an evening workout guy?
What's that?
Morning or evening workout?
Evening. I'm not a morning person.
Or
I
not?
started to be a morning person on prep, which was crazy because I've never trained any time before 12 in my whole life. You know, never ever trained in the morning. I trained once in my whole life in the morning. It was at like 7 in the morning, and it was only because I was working doing night shifts at that time. And I went to the gym and I was pretty busy, even busier than like 4 or 5, which is like peak time. And I was like, these people are crazy. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, I'd say evening, late
Yeah,
hour evening.
yeah, yeah. So, but in prep, you have to just like make the time, don't you? You have to just do it whenever
Yeah,
you.
100%. Yeah.
Enough. Cool. Well, that was a good little game just to get to know you a bit better and just see what you're
Mm.
about. If you could have a sponsor, like any sponsors, who would your ideal sponsors be now that you're a pro?
Mm, does it have to be like in New Zealand or just in general?
Worldwide. Worldwide.
I'm a big fan of Redcon One.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Redcon One for a long time, and HB Labs as well. But I would say Redcon One, just because yeah, I like their products. I've been using it for quite a while. It has like all because obviously I can't promote just anything as well. Like it's not yeah, it's business, but at the same time, there's people that will get this stuff, so I can't just promote anything. And I feel like Redcon One has like the right ingredients and it has like the scientifically proven doses that you would actually get benefits out of it. And yeah, I would go. Yeah, I would say I would love to get sponsored by Redcon one day.
Nice. One
That'd
day.
be
What
pretty cool.
about clothing? What about gears?
Um, I like dark sport.
Mm. Yeah.
I like what else? Yeah, I like dark sport. I like right aware. I like not really a big fan of Gymshark.
Mhm.
I do like some of their new collection, but aside from that, not really a big fan. I like even here local as well. I like OxyFit.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I like Infinite was pretty cool, but they only had a couple of t-shirts and a couple of shorts for men, which is a bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on.
Yeah, I know, but it was pretty cool. But I would go with Oxy as well.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, right aware, dark sport, and I don't like guest because everyone wear it these days.
Yeah.
And I also like to be unique and wear different stuff to like other people. I don't like just wearing the same shit like others. So I'd say yeah, right aware, dark sport, and Oxy Fit.
Yeah, nice. Do you have any
Mm,
sponsors yet? Are you sponsored by anyone?
nah,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
get there one day though.
Oh, what are they doing? Come on.
Well,
But
to be completely honest, I'm also not that active on socials.
yeah,
You
that's
know, so obviously, if you're gonna sponsor someone, like it has to be, yeah, there's a return. It's not just one way.
yeah.
So I'm also not putting enough effort into social media in general. So that's one of my goals for next year because
Yeah.
I'm not really big on socials in general.
Yeah. Yeah, you said you're going to make that a bit more of a goal. So you're going to be like posting a little bit more kind of thing to see how
Yeah,
you.
I'll be more active. I'll show like a bit more of my lifestyle day to day. It's not that easy, but I'll try to just because I've never been like the person to like actually post every single day. It's just not me. Like even on prep, didn't post anything, didn't show anyone anything. I posted like a photo literally 24 hours before the show.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Uh,
that's it. Yeah.
Sweet, we're competing tomorrow.
Yeah, and people in New Zealand are a bit shit with that. Like we're just a little bit slow. Like if you were going to move to Dubai, like you said, that everyone's fucking filming each other and like working.
100%. Well, they ask you like it has to be in your resume. You'll have like first thing that they will ask you just show us your social media and
Yeah,
how many followers have you got and how active you are. All those things. So
yeah,
yeah,
sure. It can seem a little bit like sort of like narcissistic to do it a lot, but you've got to remember people want to watch your journey. People are going to want to see what you're doing now,
yeah.
and especially if you leave New Zealand, we're going to want to know what you're doing next and stuff.
100%. I feel like it will get like that for a certain point, and but then also at some point it will just completely change, and you'll get all the support and everything.
Yeah,
People will actually be interested to see where you want to go, all your goals, and all those things.
sure. Yeah, keep
Mm.
doing it. I'm excited to see what you do next and like what
Thank
sponsors
you.
pick up and like, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool to see your
Yeah.
journey, what you do.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you, Nader, today. Got through
Thank
a bit.
you.
Yeah, it was great to talk to you
Hey,
and actually like dig into your journey.
Oh, it's pretty cool. You know, it was so good to have me in your pod as well.
Yeah, it's
Because I
exciting.
genuinely, actually, that was like one of my goals last year. I just said it out loud to myself. I was just like, right, next year, because I'm a big fan of your, you know, just your pod in general and just your whole content and just how you cover everything when it comes to bodybuilding here in New Zealand. You know, it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
And last year I was just like, I said to myself, I'm going to compete, get on stage, and do well next year. I'm going to get on your pod. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty grateful for that. I'm pretty grateful for the opportunity as well and getting to meet you as well.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you very much for having me.
Of course. It's been great to have you on. As soon as I saw you, I was like, this guy is going to do amazing, and I'm going to get him on the
Thank
pod.
you. Thank you.
So it's been so cool. And I only
Mm,
do this so that other people do it because I'm like, I'm competitive and I'm like, if I do this stuff, then there'll be
mm,
good coaches in New Zealand that'll do a pod or
mm,
like do more content because we need it,
mm.
man. We need it so bad.
Oh, yeah. And you're doing it pretty well as well. Like you're covering pretty much everything when it comes to like bodybuilding here in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And it
And I,
will be internationally soon as well.
yeah, oh,
Yeah.
hopefully we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
Keep our Kiwis on the spotlight though, because that's what we're about, eh?
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks, Nader. We'll keep an eye out on your social. If you're not following him, go follow him now. It's just your full name, right?
Yeah, Nader Ragheb.
Yeah, cool. And I'll put it in the description. Go follow Nader, pump up his socials. He'll be posting for us a little bit more, which will be fun. No pressure, no pressure, but
No, no, I'll try. I'll definitely get more active.
yeah, nice. And you'll when you make your like when you do your pro show, you don't
Mm.
obviously need to announce anything, but you might do it at some stage, like down the track. Do you think you'll announce it on
Yeah,
your
yeah,
story?
I will. I will. I just wouldn't show like my actual like progress or any,
Yeah,
you know, because I like to like keep people interested as well, you know, not just show the whole thing the whole time. But I will announce what I'm doing next and, you know, what's the plans, what's the goals, what are we aiming for next?
nice.
As soon as we know, we
Cool.
set up.
Just another reason to go follow you so you can see what you're doing next. Otherwise, we won't
Mm.
know. um,
Yeah.
I'll get you back on the pod. I'll get you back on the pod when you are ready for your pro show or gearing up for it or something. Are you keen for that?
Oh, I would love to.
Yeah, cool. Be
I
cool to
would
see
love
where
to,
you're at.
most definitely.
Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Nader. We'll keep in touch with
Thanks
your
for
journey
having me.
soon.
Appreciate that so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks. Bye.